Mm. Hey, Umberry girl, welcome. Oof. Hey, Queen Nemmer, welcome to the stream. You might notice that I'm not in my room. I'm back up in my living room. And there's a dog right here. There's a Doge. That's Lugu. Lugu. So, how are you guys doing tonight? Oh, I'm doing fine. I mean, I can't complain. I mean, I could, but why would I want to? Because that's all women do, complain. Shut up. Um, my lips are kind of dry and they kind of burn. I was just watching a Glitch Tale reaction. I was watching Sis reacts to Glitch Tale season 2, episode 6, part 2. Wow, that's a mouthful. And I was kind of thinking about putting off reacting to it because I don't like reactors that are freaking heartless to the characters, but one thing I loved about his reaction was that he actually had a freaking proper reaction to seeing Betty's shelling come off of her. Like that scene where Metaton Neo laser blasts her in the face and then her skin starts like shelling off of her face and then she says, "All right, that hurt a little." Like I was expecting a lot more reactors to go. But literally no one else was super shocked by it. And Cyst is he's just like, but I obviously don't like people are just like, "Yeah, you deserve to die. Yeah, you deserve to die." I'm just like, "No. Just no." Spicy cheese puffs, huh? I'm not one for spicy food. I think the hottest pepper ever, I think it's called the Carolina Reaper. It is the hottest pepper. The ghost pepper used to be the hottest pepper in the world, but then the Carolina Reaper became the hottest pepper in the world. And the world's hottest lollipop is called the Toe of Satan. It's an internet challenge with the Toe of Satan. The Toe of Satan, it ranks at 9 million units on the Scoville heat scale. And the challenge is you have to put it in your mouth and keep it in your mouth for 5 minutes without taking it out or spitting. And if you can keep it in for 5 minutes without doing that, then you win. You win the challenge. I've only seen the one by the Fine Brothers Entertainment on the React channel, and the college kids did it. It was pretty insane to watch. I'm sure it's a lot spicier than it looks. Man, my phone is freaking dated.
Yay, you saved us! And our Post Super Sugar Crisp cereal, a part of this nutritious breakfast. A super bear super cereal. Now we'll get that super sugar crisp.
I'm totally not watching Sugar Crisp commercials from the 1970s.
Bear, get ready for it. Super Bear, I love that delicious cereal. Not a chance, Pinhead. Yay! You saved our Post Super Sugar Crisp cereal, part of this nutritious breakfast. Super Bear makes the point of having a super cereal.
Hey. What the heck is what? I can't get enough of that sugar crisp, sugar crisp, sugar crisp. I can't get enough of that sugar crisp. Keeps me going strong. Because I have nothing better to do with my life, and also because the Game Grumps were talking about old Sugar Crisp commercials, and I'm just like, oh, are they really that interesting? And I'm just like, oh yeah. So like, I understand why they love the Sugar Crisp commercials. Hey, we're like, I don't care if people use bad words on the chat. I mean, if they use them quite frequently, then yeah, there's a problem. You don't have to swear every 5 seconds. You're not my mom. She's sleeping in the room right down the hall, so she can probably hear me. But if people are gonna use a bad word here and there, I don't really care. But if you're not comfortable hearing bad words on the stream, then I don't really think you're ready for the internet or for my stream, because I am an adult and I can swear as I please. You know, as long as it's not in front of certain people. But if it'll make you feel better, then we'll cut down on the swear words. Because it's true that people don't need to swear, they just choose to swear. I'm gonna work on requests / art trades that I still need to do. Can't get enough super sugar crisp, sugar crisp, sugar crisp. Can't get enough super golden crisp. It's got the crunch with punch. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna pull up the reference images now. Anyway, I hope I draw this right. This was a request from Scooter Animations. This is an art trade. Take it like a champ. Take it like a champ. My dog Misty is scared to death of this toy, and we have no idea why. I've decided that from now on, whenever my dogs bark, I'm not going to tell them to shut up. I'm not going to yell at them. I'm not going to hit them. I'm not going to pull on their collars. I'm not going to pull them out of the window. I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to hold it in and take it like a champ. Because hi Midnight. Because I've been getting too angry with these dogs. Violently angry. Now I'm not okay with them barking. I am way beyond not okay with them barking. And I'm really sorry if it annoys you guys, but just take it like a champ, like I do. You can mute if they ever start barking uncontrollably, you can just like mute the stream and I'll tell you when they've stopped barking. Drawing a scarf. Really weird. You know, it's really weird. I'm drawing a scarf on this character, but Happy Tree Friends don't even have freaking necks, now that I think about it. They don't technically have necks. Just, hey Miles, welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing okay. Because, like, whenever the dogs bark, it's, like, really shrill and loud, and it causes me to have a sensory overload. But whatever. I'm not going to lay my hands on these dogs in any way, shape, or form when they're barking. I'm just going to wait until they stop barking and take it like a champ. I'm not going to freaking hurt them anymore. Cuz recently I did it too far, and cuz when Misty barks, she likes to hide behind the couch because she knows that I'm going to come for her. Oh gosh, that sounds really bad. She knows that I'm gonna come for her and I'm going to punish her and yell at her. So one time I just pushed it too far and I almost pulled too hard on her collar and she started hacking and my mom got mad at me. So from now on, I've just decided, just don't even tell them to shut up. Don't tell them to be quiet. Don't do anything. Like, there's no point. They're not going to listen. They're not going to stop. Just take it like a champ. Ugh, that looks so weird. People say I'm really good at drawing hands, but trust me, there are times when even I still struggle. Like, hands are definitely one of the hardest things for an artist to draw. I think I've got pretty much the basics of a cartoony hand covered, but still, there are times when I struggle. I know a lot of artists who will agree with me. Like Camila Cuevas, she's mentioned in the past that she friggin' draws chicken hands. Hey, hardly any diggity. Welcome. Nice to see you again. And yes, it has been a while. I don't think I've seen you on my streams in a while. Come, come, the sugar bear, get away. It's superpower, super sugar, Chris. Sorry, I have freaking Sugar Crisp commercial jingles stuck in my head. Do, 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 do. Yeah, you can see Lucy over there. Lucy, Lugu, here, girl. Here, Moo. Here, Lugu. Here you go. Come on. Yeah, she doesn't want to move. She's too comfy. Here. Here, Misty. Here, come lay to me. Here. Yeah. There's Miss Moo. Barky pants. Mwah. Yes, I know. Yes, I know. You're my Moo Moo. I know you never understand anything I'm doing. I don't know if my mom has noticed my my change in behavior when the dogs bark, but if she ever asks, I'm just gonna say the same thing I said to you guys. There's no point in yelling at them. They're not gonna listen. And I don't want to put my hands on them in case I get too angry or too carried away. Oh, I have a Tumblr account. My Tumblr name is The Artist Girl. I don't know what kind of animal this is supposed to be, so I'm just gonna go with what I see in the reference image, and then I'll question her about it later. I know that's probably not a good idea, but screw it. I always like interesting hairstyles because hair is something that I'm really good at drawing. Especially when it's really interesting hair with a lot of volume. Do, 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 do. So I have to get up early tomorrow because of two things. I have to go to church. Boring. I mean, I'm all about respecting the Lord and all that. Believe me, I am. But, like, it's so boring and unengaging. Plus, I can't even understand what the heck he's even talking about. Like, it's, I confess to Almighty God, praise the Lord, I forgiveth thee, blah, 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 blah. Like, can you speak English, please? Like, modern English? Because I don't understand your old Shakespearean spiel. I mean, I get it, it's tradition and it's respective, but I can't understand what shtick you're trying to speak. My Tumblr name is The Artist Girl. I'm pretty sure I'm easy to recognize. You have to go to church tomorrow too? That's I mean, I want to say I'm sorry, but like I get it. Church is good because it cleanses your soul and helps you get in touch with the Lord, but it's not engaging at all. And I get that it's not supposed to be engaging, but like that's why I liked going to the church that I went to every Wednesday because it was fun and engaging and I could mingle with people in regular church, the most mingling we get is turning to others, shaking their hands, and saying, "May peace be with you." I mean, it's just not engaging to me. And I know I'm probably sounding like I'm ungrateful and I don't actually care about the Lord because, but I'm honestly speaking how I feel. I posted an evil Patrick meme on my Twitter. Like, you guys, I'm sure you guys have seen the evil Patrick meme. I don't know if it's dead yet or not, but it probably is. I always manage to get into a meme right when it's dead. I captioned it me when my bratty little sister gets in trouble like she deserves. I do a little about my meeting done. Okay, see you later, hardly any diggity. Thanks for stopping by. Good to see you again. Okay, I'm gonna work on a request for Insanity Jack, because this is something that I've been meaning to do for a while. I'm probably gonna suck majorly at it, but whatever. The last funny video I saw, you mean like the last video that made me laugh really hard? Well, I'm gonna have to say this video. Hang on, I'll find it. I'd have to say this one. Oh, whoops. I need my reference image up. I feel weird drawing Mouse Kaboom because I've only ever drawn him one other time, and I don't even think it was that good. I mean, compared to what other people have made, like art of him, even the meme captioners make better art of him, and that's not even art that they drew. They just slapped a caption on it and called it good day, and they're still better than me. But maybe if I draw him a bit more, I'll get more confidence. Yeah, there's just something satisfying about making hair floofy. Yep. Like I said, recently I tweeted a Patrick meme of my own. I don't care if it's dead or not. I'm doing little chibi heads. So yeah, I feel really accomplished with my life. I'm doing chibi heads. So, how was your guys' Saturday? My mom had a baby shower earlier, and it was um well, I kind of slept for most of it, but the little foods were nice, even if they were, well, I'll just say this. It was held at a friend's house because mom is embarrassed to bring anyone into this messy house, even family members, which I told her, I'm just lucky that we have a house. Most people don't. There are a lot of people actually who don't have houses. Hmm. Thank you. Hmm. How long are you going to be grounded for? Do, 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 do. I love drawing floof hair. This is fun so far. Ooh, here comes the facial hair. I'm very shy about facial hair because facial hair is not something I'm used to adding to people because, you know, very precise detail on the mustache. Ooh, that's kind of like my mom. She does the same thing. If I screw up, she extends my grounding time because reasons. I kind of feel like I'd be a terrible parent mostly because I feel way too much empathy and sympathy for people and because I don't know, I just feel like I'm not really a parenting person. I mean, of course, I would love to have kids, but the idea of it also scares me. What did I do today? Well, like I said, my mom had a baby shower. She got some really cool gifts for her baby. And also, my cousin from Wisconsin is also getting close to delivering her own baby. It's a boy. And it's this looks good. I like it. Hey, hey there. Ooh, two new people. I've never seen you guys before. Welcome. Enjoy your time here. You didn't really miss much. I was just mostly talking about freaking old Sugar Crisp commercials while I was humming the jingle. I can't get enough of that Sugar Crisp. It keeps me going strong. I also got two drawings done. Yes, because everyone loves learning about Nazis for whatever reason. It amazes me how frickin' Hitler was able to brainwash so many people into thinking that Jewish people were the enemy and people believed him. You're gonna have to speak English, dude. I can't frickin' understand Spanish. Can someone please translate that for me? Oh, yeah. You think this person is another idiot pretending to speak Spanish? Because if so, that's not acceptable. I do not want to go through what happened to me. What happened to me last time. I've already had two issues. I've already had two issues with jerks on my streams, and I don't want. Yes, it's good to be careful. Every time someone comes on here and they speak Spanish, I'm always worried that it's going to be some stupid idiot thinking that it's funny to toy around with people's emotions and waste their time when it's not. But can someone please, for the love of God, tell me what that person just said? It's going to kill me. He said I'm the only one that speaks Spanish. I know a little Spanish, mostly what I learned from frickin' Dora. I was just thinking of like I love Dora. Dora was my freaking childhood, and I still love watching Dora things. But like I'm remembering this one thing, these vines that Christian Del Grosso made, like Dora logic, and he was wearing like a Dora wig, and he's just like, "Can you tell me where the bed is? It's right there. Where? Right there. Where? Let me check the map." He's like, "You don't need the map." Because like that's a joke, because like Dora never knows how to look for anything herself apparently, so she repeatedly asks people, where is it, where? And honestly, that's a freaking mood. Hey, I don't care what anyone else says about Dora. That was my freaking childhood. Yeah, and you know what I never noticed until I saw Dora and Friends into the City? Like, okay, so in the original series, Dora is like 7 years old, okay? She has like a round face and short hair, and in Dora and Friends into the City, she's 10, and her face, like, she's a bit taller, and she has she's a bit taller, she has longer hair, and something I never noticed before was in the original show, Dora, she didn't have visible ears or eyebrows. I'm just like, wow, I never noticed that before. So my Mime and Lammy thing, The Silent Stranger, I kind of worked out a basic story for what it's about. It's basically just Mime is the jester for the king, and the king has ordered him to never speak again because he claims that his act is much funnier when he does not speak. And so now Mime just doesn't speak anymore. And he's very lonely and he thinks, is this all I am? Just a silent fool to entertain the king? But what the king doesn't know is that Mime secretly masquerades as a masked stranger at all of his like the king throws frequent dances and balls, and this he doesn't know that his court jester attends these balls because he dresses in a suit and also a masquerade ball mask, so he doesn't really recognize him. And that's the point. Meanwhile, Lammy is just simply a village girl who is engaged to someone who is secretly having an affair behind her back, and she knows this, but she doesn't bother to confront him about it. Eventually, she decides that she can't stand it anymore, and she needs to find some more excitement and thrill in her life to get away from the pressure of having a cheating fiance. And so she sneaks off to the king's castle, and the guards for some reason just let her in, and she wears like this really beautiful dress, and it kind of leaves everyone hypnotized, kind of like how Cinderella was able to just walk into the ball and the guards just kind of let her go in, because who wouldn't be mesmerized by that? It's kind of like a classic Cinderella situation. And while she's at the ball, Mime, he meets her, and they just simply stare at one another before he silently seduces her into dancing with him. And although he does not speak to her and she doesn't speak to him much, she kind of feels like she's connected and drawn to him. That's my basic story for The Silent Stranger. What do you think? Does that sound pretty good? Thank you. Thanks. I've actually thought about writing a fan fiction about it, but I'm kind of worried that I'll become lazy like I do with a lot of my other fan fictions. And speaking of which, I told you last stream that I updated one of my Happy Tree Friend fan fictions, but before I came to stream, I was working on another fan fiction, a Gorillas fan fiction, and based on the poll votes that happened on my community tab, I'm working on a chapter of the story where Noodle tries to help Murdoch with the hook of the song 19-2000. No, not yet. I'm trying to think of a way, though. Trust me, I am. Can someone please translate that for me? I literally do not understand that, even though it's translated. Can you tell this person to speak English, please? I don't know. I guess I just have a knack for making things look cute, even if I'm not intending for it to be cute. Said he doesn't speak English. Okay. Can someone please tell him in Spanish that I don't speak Spanish? Oh wait, actually, hang on, I'll take care of this myself. Oh, Camila Cuevas is from Chile. There we go. Yes, there is actually going to be a fight between them, and I'm actually looking forward to making it because this means I can get practice on my action poses. Oopsies. Messed up there. I want to talk about the Silent Stranger some more. I have some basic story elements worked out, like, obviously, I know what the premise is, and I have the characters worked out. Lammy is the village girl who falls in love with the Silent Stranger. The Silent Stranger is Mime, who is the court jester to the king, who has been ordered to be silent, for it makes him funnier. And please, like, I hate bastardizing certain characters, but then again, I'd also seem like a cliche writer if I bastardized the most easiest character to bastardize. So, well, I don't see how Flaky can really help him since it's going to be a mental battle. My plan basically is for Flippy to just go and confront him in their shared subconscious, like in their shared mindset. And um he's basically going to go confront him and eventually tell him, I'm not gonna fight you. So Flaky's not going to be able to like magically go into his headspace and help him. But she does wish him luck before he decides to confront his enemy. Oh, don't be so sure. He might have had he might have had the I have like a dialogue set planned out because um I think the reason why Flippy won the first battle in Double Whammy was because he had he had the upper hand because they were in the real world and it was all just a figment of his imagination too. So there really was not there really wasn't a threat for him to face in the first place. He was just doing that to himself. But since he's doing it mentally, I think Flickpy might actually have a lot more upper hands on him. But that doesn't mean that Flippy isn't going to put up a fight. I mean, just because someone else has so many upper hands against you, that doesn't mean that you back down from a fight, especially when it comes to especially when it comes to protecting and fighting for the ones that you love. Yes, I know I can do it. Soon, you'll be a grade A hero in everyone's eyes. Earlier, I was watching a Nick Jr. show. Yeah, super mature for my age, I know. Called Butterbean's Cafe. And I honestly really like it. I really, really, really like it because it may be a modern cartoon with all of its sugary sweet, sugar coated pep with it, because that's the thing about a lot of kids shows nowadays. They're sugar coated and they have a lot of pep. But this like Butterbean's Cafe, it kind of reminds me of Strawberry Shortcake. And I watched Strawberry Shortcake a lot as a kid. Oh yeah, Paw Patrol is fun. There was like a Paw Patrol live show that came to my town today, and my sister and a family member of hers went to go see it today. They really liked it. They got to meet like these people dressed in Paw Patrol costumes, and they got hugs and pictures and all kinds of souvenirs. Meanwhile, Meanwhile, before that, a few days prior, I went to a Jeff Dunham show with my cousin, which was effing hilarious. It was so cool to see him use some old jokes and some new jokes. He claimed that the old jokes from his old acts was the free shit, quote unquote. Of course, who doesn't know SpongeBob SquarePants? Those are probably high budget actors, and I mean, the show itself must have been pretty expensive to pay for, like all the sets and everything. But yeah, Butterbean's Cafe, it reminds me so much of Strawberry Shortcake, like the Strawberry Shortcake that I watched when I was a kid, like from the early 2000s. There was also a Strawberry Shortcake show from the 80s that my mom used to watch. Yeah. We're really cooking now. Oh, my dog's whining at me. I'll be right there. Oh, hey, welcome. I'll be right back. Yeah, we can all see that Chase has a thing for Sky, even in a kid's show. We can all see that he has a thing for her. I don't know about Marshall and Everest. I mean, I'm not saying I oppose it or anything, but I don't know. What are there hints that Marshall likes Everest? Oh, thank you. It's actually one of my mom's. My mom would actually like put her hair up in a ponytail and then she'd put a headband on like this. Oh, why did I draw eyelashes? This is splendid. He doesn't have eyelashes. There have been times when I've accidentally drawn eyelashes on Flaky, which I know she doesn't have. I actually don't really like it when artists draw eyelashes on Flaky in like fan art because I don't know, Flaky doesn't really strike me as a feminine type girl. I mean, we've seen that she can be a little more tomboyish cuz she plays sports. She hangs out with a lot of boy characters rather than girl characters. Well, technically, yeah, I said it is my mom's because she bought it and she's obviously worn it a lot more than I have. But honestly, I would also say that it belongs to all of us because we're a family and family shares things. Not everything, mind you, but you know what I hate when people do? Oh yeah, I actually already see Paw Patrol on a lot when I wake up in the morning because my sister likes to watch it. I should stop licking my lips. That's not good for my lips. My lips are already sore enough. Mm. The only video watching websites I ever really trust are YouTube and Dailymotion because every other cartoon slash anime watching website has either slowed my computer down or it hasn't worked because I don't have the proper flash drives installed. It's just like, nope, you either have to wait for this to come on TV or you gotta pay for some kind of thing, or it doesn't ever get to the video or whatever. It's like you have to wait for something, you practically have to wait for something to be over 50 years old before it can go on a before it can go on a video website and not be copyright claimed. I don't know. I don't know if Sky really likes Chase in the way that he likes her. I don't really see her returning his affections or even noticing that he likes her, but it's quite obvious that Chase has a crush on Sky. And I think it's really cute. Every time I look at Butterbean's wings and like her friends' wings, I just want to eat them because they look like freaking cookies, and that's the point too. And I really do not like Miss Marmalady because it just she literally in every episode, every sentence she speaks spells out, "Yeah, I'm mean and I love being mean." And when she said, "What has Butterbean got that I haven't got?" and I said, creativity, friends, kindness, enthusiasm, and she's not mean, and she has variety. Plus, I don't really think Miss Marmalady is all that bright in the head because she just doesn't even pay attention to everything that Butterbean is doing. Like, she watches her all the time, but she never really seems to pick up on what Butterbean does to make other people happy and please them and all that. She watches her all the time, and yet she still learns absolutely nothing. Anything popular right now that annoys me? I don't know if you consider this popular, but it is something that I see a lot of that freaking annoys the crap out of me. T-posing. Like, I don't get it. Why is it so trendy? Why do people think it's so interesting? It's just someone standing like, well, I do love drawing my own stuff, but if someone wants a request, I'll do it. Within reason, of course. I mean, you can't just I mean, I do have a few like minimal rules about what my requests and art trades can be about. I think I only have two rules. Rule number one, I will not draw a ship I don't like or don't approve of. Like, this includes incest ships or ships that make me uncomfortable. And like if you want me to draw a picture of your two OCs that you made that are being shipped together, I don't mind that because they're your OCs and I just met them and I don't have a problem with that. Um, and rule number 2, I can only draw something if I know what it is that I'm drawing. Like if you want me to draw you a picture of something out of a fandom that I know nothing about and I've never even heard of before, then I can't do that. Like someone messaged me on Amino saying, "Hey, can you draw these two characters in Happy Tree Friend form kissing?" And they, I don't know the gender, but they sent me a picture of these two frog-looking characters from I don't know what freaking fandom. And I'm just like, I don't even know who those two are. I can't even draw them if I don't even know what the heck I'm drawing. Like, what even are they? And where are they from? So yeah, I think those are like my only 2 rules. I mean, if I run into any problems in the future, then of course I'll add more rules, but until that happens, which I'm hoping it doesn't, I only have those 2 rules. Oh, and I guess another rule would be don't constantly pester me if I'm busy. Like, if you want to do an art trade or make a request, don't constantly pester me about it. Yeah, I guess I'm open for art trades and requests. I just took care of 2 on this stream. Um, yes, I've heard of Animaniacs and I have watched it. I really, really, really love Animaniacs. And yes, I do know Looney Tunes and Tiny Toons. I do not know Lunatics Unleashed. I've never heard of that before in my life. I'm excited for the Animaniacs reboot coming to Hulu next year. Even though I don't have Hulu, I'm pretty sure people are still going to post clips of it on the internet when it does come out. So I'm excited to see what it's going to be like. I really hope that they keep the same cartoony gag reel feel. Do you guys think that being stung by a bee hurts worse than getting a shot, or does getting a shot hurt worse than getting stung by a bee? I can't remember the last time I was actually stung by a bee, so I don't remember what it feels like. Don't want to remember what it feels like either. I know a lot of people are not really fond of reboots of anything, and that kind of pisses me off. I understand their skepticism, but like I was looking on like Reddit and I heard a I heard a lot of people saying a lot of you can mute the stream now. Take it like a champ, take it like a champ. Hey, Steven. Hey, Steven, have you ever been stung by a bee? Do you think that getting stung by a bee hurts worse than getting a shot, or does getting a shot hurt worse than being stung by a bee? Like, which one hurts worse?
Probably the same.
Mm.
These things might last a little longer.
Especially if you're allergic.
They seem to itch too.
My mom says that I have been stung by bees in the past, but it must have been a really long time ago because I can't remember what being stung by a bee feels like. Don't want to remember either, because who wants to remember something that would obviously hurt a whole lot? Also, I'm sorry about earlier when I said something about your kidney stones. I just took the phone comment too personally when I shouldn't have. Take it like a champ. You notice how I'm not yelling at the dogs or swinging at them? Well, I've simply decided that I'm not gonna, like, whenever they bark, I'm just not even gonna intervene because there's no point in doing anything. If I yell at them, no matter what I say, they're not gonna stop. If I pull on their collars too much, it'll choke them or damage their throats. And if I hit them, then, well, that's animal abuse. And if I push them off the couch, that's also animal abuse. So I'm just deciding it's best to do nothing, because what can you do? No matter what you do, you're always going to end up either hurting them or you're going to end up saying something that offends people for no reason.
How you go about saying it.
Well, still, there's no point in saying be quiet or shut up or whatever, because they just don't listen. Just let them bark, take it like a champ. No point. Maybe. Oh, they smell good. I don't know why they smell like a Pop-Tart at first. Leslie. Misty. She's in here. Oh, here. Oh, sorry. The voice sound, her the bark sounds like it's coming from way back there.
Misty, Lucy, outside. Outside. Go outside. No, come back. Gotcha. Miss Moo.
Like a champ. You know. Oh, jeez. No more yelling. No more pulling their phone. No hitting them. Barking.
Little girl. Here, girl. Come on. There you go. Come on. That's a good little girl. There you go.
Take it like a champ. Take it like a champ. Well, I'm out of paper for this folder. Time to work on something else in a different folder. Yee. Mom, I am streaming. Huh? Yes, I know. That's the plan. Just checking where I left off. This paper will not let me grab it. One of the struggles I face as an artist is trying to grab a singular piece of paper when it's statically attached to the paper under it. Yes, I know, Lucy. Everything has to be about you. Don't you even start whining at me either, Misty. You can friggin' jump up on the couch on your own if you want. Right now I'm working on my Trials comic, and this is a scene where they're at the movie theater. And they're questioning, and Flaky is questioning why Flippy is, like, practically half an hour late. Because it's her, Flippy, Splendid, Petunia, Giggles, and Lammy. They're all going to a movie together, and Flippy is late, which is something that he's, like, being late is something Flippy never does, but he is suffering from a hangover and it's taking him a while to get over, so he's a little late. Oopsies. I like this. This kind of fits. This is nice. That's awesome. I have no idea what you're talking about, but that's awesome. Hi, Mom. Do, 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 do. Go. So, what's going on? Seems like the stream is kind of dying down. A lot of people have to probably go to bed. I noticed that a lot of the people who watch my streams are pretty young. Ooh, that's a nicely drawn hand, even if I do say so myself. Conversation topics, huh? Why don't you bring one up, Queen? Because we could sure use it. I don't know. I don't know if I like that style. I think I'll just stick to my old one. Why would you want to be here? What do you ever see here? It doesn't make you feel worse than you do. But tell me, what's the use of feeling blue? Why would you want to implore her? Subjects that destroyed her. Why keep up all the silly things you do? But tell me, what's the use of feeling blue? An army has a use, they can go and fight a war. A sapphire has a use, she can tell you what it's for. I can't remember the words. An agate terrifies, a lapis terraforms. Where's your diamond when they need her blue? You've got to be a leader blue. Yes, of course we still love her, and we're always thinking of her. But now there's nothing we can do, so tell me, what's the use of feeling? What's the use of feeling? What's the use of feeling blue? Hello? Yeah, yeah, sounds good. The worst place I've been stuck in for a long time. Let me think. I'm gonna say probably a hospital waiting room or church. Like, I remember this one time years back when my grandma was like getting surgery on her lungs or something, and she um uh we were sitting in like the hospital waiting room for hours, it felt like, and I was so bored. And church, it just feels like you're there forever listening to some guy use an old Shakespearean language that I can never make out. Hey, June Oliver, welcome. I'm actually surprised. I usually by this time in the stream I'm feeling really tired. But I don't feel tired at all. I feel great. Oof. Hate when I repeatedly mess up. What song always puts me in a good mood? Ooh, lots of songs. Um, the Animaniacs theme song is one. Um, Pon Pon Pon. That song is always a good song to listen to if you need some cheering up. And I know there's another one that I've been listening to on SoundCloud quite a bit. Um, The Last of the Real Ones by Fall Out Boy, or The Emperor's New Clothes by Panic at the Disco, or Infinite, the cover by Nate Wants to Battle. Okay, good night, Queen. See you next week. And There we go. Why do you find it absurd? Isn't it good to have followers on Twitter? Oof. Do, 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 do. I don't know why I do that sometimes. It's just weird. Mm. Good perspective. Um, I don't know. I don't know why people would follow me. I'm not nearly as interesting as any other Twitter person. You know, in my AU, once Flippy and Splendid get to know each other better, they actually become pretty good friends. And Flickby, well, he respects Splendid, but he doesn't really think Splendid thinks of him as a friend, so when he gets angry or frustrated, he can often be a bit rude towards him. There we go. I suck with backgrounds. Oh, there's my eraser. Sorry, I'm not talking right now. I'm just trying to focus on this dialogue I'm writing. So right now, Splendid is basically explaining to Flaky how he saw Flickby at the bar last night, and he he's explaining how he tried to talk him out of it, and how there are other ways to rid himself of stress and anxiety. There we go. Almost done. There we go. All done. And it's almost midnight, so I think I'm gonna end the stream off and get ready for bed. even though I don't want to go to sleep because I don't feel like sleeping. I don't feel like sleeping. I don't want to wake up early tomorrow. Screw that. I don't want to spend my church going in. I don't want to spend my Saturday going into a church and listening to some guy talk in a language that I'm not familiar with. See you. I hope you guys have a good rest of your weekend. Cherish it. I mean, like I said, I appreciate God and everything, and I respect the Lord, but seriously, why does respecting the Lord have to be so boring and bland? I'm not saying it has to be loud and wild, but like, can it be a little more engaging? Then again, if it was more engaging for people like me, it would be full of teenagers. And we can't have that, can we?